Shalom, this is Sophia, the AmaruKhan Miriyam, and we're here for a video. This video is going to describe a few things. It's going to be about the Virgo new moon that's coming up, but in general, let me describe a little bit about how these new moons and these full moons work, so you have a background. So whatever month we're in, like this moon is going to be in Virgo season, right? During the Virgo calendar season. Okay, so that is the new moon. The new moon is always in the month that it of the season that you're in. The full moon may come 6 months, 5 months, whatever later. But what happens is the full moon is the completion of the new moon. And I'm going to make another video explaining how I just figured that out, or a recent relevant event that describes this. But first, I just want to go ahead and this is something that I was given, so I'm just going to share it. And if you're interested, you want to participate in this kind of thing, this is a personal thing. You're going to have to figure some of these things out for yourself, okay? So the new moon is on the 14th, and the full moon for this new moon is on, it's actually in Pisces season. So this one is going to be a direct reflection, okay? And so because Pisces is the opposite side of Virgo, and this does not happen all the time. This so happens that it is going to happen this time. All right. So the full moon for this, like I said, is the 24th of February next year. So this would be a personalized activation. I have another one that I'm going to do that's going to be, if you want to participate, you can participate. But this is one that you would be developing for yourself. Like I mentioned in the videos, we're going to do more personal power development of our own personal magic and things like that. And so this is one of those steps in that direction. So if you don't have your chart, you're going to need to get your chart, and you need to identify your whole house Virgo. Now, for most people, you don't actually have to get a new chart. What you just have to do is see where Virgo is in your chart and what house it is. If you have like a weird split house, which is like 15, 17, 18 degrees or something like that, you may need to run a chart in the full house. But 9 times out of 10, wherever you're, if you have any Virgo placements, it'll tell you what house number it is, and that's what you will use for this particular thing. Now that is called whole sign houses. Most astrologers on YouTube use whole sign houses. I don't use whole sign houses because we want specific information about specific angels on specific angles, and whole sign houses doesn't give you that. So I use Placidius, typically tropical zodiac Placidius placements. That's typically what I use when I do my charts. But in this case, you just want to know what house Virgo is in for you. This is a personal activation, okay? So you want to identify the major themes of that house. So for me, Virgo is in the 11th house, and the 11th house relates to social friendships, socializing friendships, conscious and explicit ambitions and desires. So what you will do is, once you know that house number, you're going to go on Pinterest or something like that and say, Virgo 5th house, Virgo 5th house. If you just put in Virgo 5th house, or wherever your Virgo is, 4th, 1st, whatever, put in Virgo X house, and you'll look up the themes for that house. See what the actual astrologers, because I'm not an astrologer, I'm an astroterographer. So I deal with the celestial part, but these astrologers, they have a lot of useful information. So see what the astrologers say is the theme for that house. Okay, and so from that information, you want to develop about 2 to 3 questions. So some of the questions I'm thinking about are, what are some social friendships I need clarification on over the next few months? Because whatever you ask for now, you will see manifest by February. And that'll be evident by the other video that I do regarding Burning Man and what that was what cycle that was a completion of. So yeah, so so you want to develop 2 to 3 questions, and then you want to meditate on those questions during the new moon phase. Now, if we remember this from my new moon, when I used to do the daily planetary positions and moon phases, which I do hope to resume once I'm in a more stable location. Your new moon season is the day before the new moon, the day of the new moon, and the day after the new moon. So for 3 days. Now remember, I've already suggested that you take 20 minutes of focused meditation every day right now on what you want to financially achieve. This is the financial new year. And so the fact that we have the Virgo new moon, which is home and health and stuff like that at the time of the financial new year, you really want to be focused in on what Virgo is in your house. And like I said, for me, it's socializing, friendships, ambitions, and desires. So you want to develop, like I said, one of the questions that I'm going to use is, what are some social friendships I need clarification on over the next few months? You want to develop really specific questions. I do have really specific questions that I'm not going to share because how Negroes are. And I'm going to meditate on those questions for the 3 days of the full moon. And the meditation, like I mentioned before, could just be like 20 minutes, and all you're doing, listen to some binaural beats, audio, and just sit down and focus. It doesn't have to be long. You can do it, on your way to sleep, whatever the case may be, whatever the most convenient is. You're going to need to spend at least 20 minutes a day really working on your meditation at this time. It's going to be very helpful. So just so you understand, I'm going to go back over it real quick. The Virgo new moon is coming up. It's going to be on the 14th. The conclusion of this new moon phase is going to be in February. And so you want to find what whole house your Virgo is in, what house number that is, and then you want to go online, look up the theme for that house, and to develop 2 or 3 questions you would like answered over the next few months that relate to that theme. Okay, and then during the new moon phase, you want to meditate on that question or those questions for those 3 days, and there you have done a personalized new moon activation. We'll go over these every month so that we can stay on top of mastering ourselves for this year. That is one of the goals, to really develop our own personal magic. And this is just one of those ways that you can do this. So I hope this has been helpful for people. To the spirits who are with us, you're invited to go in peace. To my beloved viewers, you're invited to be at peace. And always remember, the Most High, Mother, Father, Sister, and Brother are your peace. Shalom.